Welcome back. Days after we first reported about a string of vandalism targeting pride flags and displays in St. Paul, police tell us the number of incidents has grown. But we bring that up today because the response to that hate has grown too. Here's Kent Erdahl.
Can I get one of these?
Yes, you can.
On the eve of Twin Cities Pride,
You want ally?
I would love
Yeah.
signs of solidarity,
Would you like a sign or a little flag?
big
There's big flags too.
and small,
Thank you for supporting the community.
are always appreciated by the LGBTQ plus community.
Do you want one of these?
But this distribution of pride decorations in St. Paul's Highland Park neighborhood was also a sign of hope.
I was so scared, so it's so nice to have allies.
2 days after we first reported on 16 acts of vandalism targeting pride flags at homes and even businesses in Highland Park and Mac Groveland, St. Paul police tell us they've now taken 30 reports, including graffiti and exterior window panes broken around a flag displayed at St. Paul Academy. And they're now releasing photos of a masked suspect while asking neighbors to continue checking their cameras.
We have a Ring camera on the front of our house, and I'm actually going to set this up in a way so that if somebody does anything, then we should be able to capture that.
The police will be patrolling because they know the police are going to do extra patrols. The more that we make their job easier and equitable, the better off we are as a community.
Michelle, who didn't want us to use her last name because she's a member of that community,
Do you want the ally still?
I do, yes.
made these signs available for free, with LGBTQ nonprofits
Thank you so much.
pocketing any donations.
Going to Trevor Project, half and out front.
Love it.
We just want to show that we're united with our friends who are vulnerable.
I was driving around coming here, and I saw little pride flags, I saw signs, I saw all sorts of things up and down the street, and I was thinking, this is not about hate, this is about love, this is about belonging and community. I'm part of that, I want to be part of that.
Tom Lewis is far from alone. Other neighbors have also organized giveaways, and a neighborhood flag replacement fundraiser keeps blowing past its goals.
I didn't know what to expect, but I'm getting kind of emotional because there's so many people that don't agree with hurting people that are LGBTQ plus, and I get isolated and I forget that because you hear in social media the negative. Thank you. Hi, come on over.
Just one more sign of hope
Would you like a sign?
when it's needed
I'm Michelle.
most.
Nice to meet you. I'm shaking hands, I'm meeting people, I'm recognizing people, and it's making me feel more safe. There you go.
Oh, you're so nice.
No, thank you.
On this last day of Pride Month, we're putting a spotlight on the Twin Cities Pride. 500,000 people showed up in Loring Park this weekend, but funding to put on the festival took a different shape. When the festival faced a funding gap, Director of Programming Kelsey Alito says the community stepped in.
After the Target thing happened, we had some of our really small community partners reach out and say, we want to do more, we want to help.
So we went from a $2,000 sponsorship to a $10,000 sponsorship this year. Reached out to Pride and said, we want to be one of your silver level sponsors. It's a huge percentage of our revenue, but a meaningful commitment that we felt we just had to do.
And for them, in a time when the economy is down, to go that extra step to help cover the gap means so much to us because we know how much it means to them too.
Kelsey says the funding they raise at this festival is key to sustaining their year-round programming. She says they're trying to work with the city to keep costs down where they can by connecting with individual donors and applying for grants. Hmong cuisine is in the spotlight thanks to last week's New York Times article celebrating Twin Cities chefs Yia Vang and Diane Mua. The article declared that Vang and Mua's restaurants, quote, represent a rare occurrence in American culinary arts, the emergence of a cuisine virtually unknown outside its own immigrant community. Carla Holt got to speak with those chefs.
Every lunch hour may reveal the heart.
How's everything?
Of dining at Diane's Place in Northeast Minneapolis.
I love being on the floor. I love seeing the guests. I love talking to the guests.
But this week, some national attention also captured the passion of a couple culinary stars.
Being mentioned in New York Times is huge.
Chef Diane Mua knows well what this story, alongside other accolades, means for the Hmong community.
So Diane's Place is kind of giving back to my parents, to the Hmong community, and basically showcasing what we're all about. Like, this is for us because we know how to cook. We know how to do this because we were raised to do this.
An attitude shared.
Like, our people, we are the people from the earth. We're the people from the dirt, the ground.
With the very person also profiled here, a chef also racking up the national honors. Yi Vang of V9.
That's what I love telling our team. Like, everything we're doing here, it's bigger than us. When the Hmong community wins, Minneapolis wins, St. Paul wins, Minnesota wins. But as a Midwest boy, like, that's what I'm excited about.
Chef Diane agrees this marks a community win, but she also believes the Hmong.
I have Hmong line cooks and prep cooks
have reason to savor this moment and the heart, talent, and resilience it represents.
It was really important to me because this is the 50th year that the Hmongs have been in the U.S. Our parents raised us to be warriors, so having this restaurant is not just for me, it's for all of us.
In Minneapolis, Carla Holt, KARE 11 News.
Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.